Hi, my name is Mutt758,466,311,557, otherwise known as V or SenshiArticle. There's been a certain thing I've been noticing with the current generation of directors, the newer one actually. Personally, it's amazing that there are people who are incredibly ambitious and creative. Like, there's just ideas that the older generation of filming necessarily couldn't have thought of, and it's honestly refreshing. But this video isn't just to talk about the new generation's ambitious productions and ideas, but it's more rather a heart-to-heart talk about the expectations and stress that one who aspires to direct may have. For starters, let's just give myself a rundown of who I am, or my journey as where I am right now. I consider myself to be a part of the newer generation of directors. I first debuted on February 4th, 2020 with Elimination. For a bit, I didn't consider it to be anything film related and more of an animation, but the more I started to see the potential in what I made was when I truly decided to make a cinematic universe based around based around me, Mutt, the many versions of Mutt. This was a decision I made like around March and April of 2020, and through that time I created so many plans and even thought of films, but ultimately throughout the process of planning out these films, the realization that these things that I want may not be viable. February 18th, 2021, Elimination Apotheosis, the sequel to my debut video, or just Elimination, was, corrupted. I felt guilty for leading on people who wanted to see Elimination Apotheosis, and it's been like a year since I said I would make it. I became stressed out about not being able to release a true film, and I was having difficulty even monitoring my academic life for my hobbies. But as some may know, this all has been resolved as I created a new script from the bottom up and I've been refilming the entire thing. But how does this apply to someone who loves cinematography and wishes to create a film or show and even obtain the motivation? What does my story have to do with anything? I'll come to that soon, but in terms of motivation, you don't. Motivation is something that comes and goes because of various influences, but how can you actually start making sure that motivation comes consistently? You have to understand why you want to do this hobby in the first place. You have to find what bloomed your passion to become a director. Who, what, and where made you want to join like the whole film making hobby. But before you could even obtain the passion, you have to develop a healthy mindset as well as a healthy balance between your hobby and your real life. Academics, family, and social life must be balanced before you can even focus on the hobby. What about your mindset? How you think and behave ultimately plays a role in how you're able to just keep on working, continuously work on your passion project, your film, your production. If your mindset is that my film is bad, I'll never be like you guys, or I'm bad at everything, then I'm going to be 100% blunt with you. That statement that you are bad is 100% factual. It is true because you decided to have that mindset that you're terrible at everything you do. So by having that mindset, it might as well be true, right? You are your own person, and honestly, I can't tell you how you should be. I don't know what has happened in your life that has given you that mindset of being bad, but now is the time to even change that mindset. Why do you think you're bad? Have you ever questioned yourself to why that's true to you? If you haven't, then now's the time to do so. This mindset doesn't help at all, as in the future, you'll only bring yourself down and the people around you. How does this play into becoming a director? You're self-doubting yourself. You have no confidence in your work and you constantly need the approval of others in order to create something good, when honestly you restrict yourself to the ability to freely express yourself as a director, as an artist, and a creator. It's not wrong to ask people to criticize your work or even want the approval of your work, but there is a limit where this becomes unhealthy behavior. A director is proud of their work, even if it's bad. They did something that most people are unable to do. They allow themselves to become vulnerable to the world just because they showed the things they've made, which can be applied to all art forms, such as musicians and artists or whatever. They are different people compared to the rest who do not do anything and only listen and watch, which isn't wrong at all if you're one of those people. Be proud of yourself. Life is stressful and I understand that, but if you want to be a director, you can't cut slack on your passion project. As said earlier, you need to balance your life and your hobby. and only then are you able to succeed both in creating works of art as well as succeeding in your life. The moment you create something and release it, have it be a film or an episode of a series you're making, is the moment you should be proud of yourself for pushing yourself to keep working. You can show the world that you have resolve to create something, and you will become different from the rest of the people. Be proud of yourself. Cease your unhealthy mindset about not living up to people's expectations, because that will ultimately be your downfall. So stop doubting your abilities. Stop thinking that your director debut has to be perfect, because it doesn't. The moment you stop all that sort of thinking, the better you'll be. Trust me.